What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike, and today we're gonna talk about my eMLS squad builder because that's happening this week. If you'd like to see a breakdown talking about each club that's taking part and the players and their accomplishments, drop a thumbs up on this video and I can put that together ASAP tomorrow. And in the comments, what do you think of my squad? What would you change? I think I've done a good job, or I think I've been clever in terms of how I've created a team that I think gives me the best opportunity to maximize high-rated players, MLS players, all the above. Let's look at the squad. You can see the team on screen. And I need to start out by giving you guys some of the guidelines, some of the restrictions. If you're not familiar with the eMLS, that's the major tournament with the MLS where they signed all these different players to represent their organizations. And we're playing an event at PAX East, which is April 5th to April 8th. If you're in the area, if you're at the event, you're in Boston, please come through, say what's up, talk to us. Now, I can only speak on behalf of yours truly. If you're there, I will definitely dab you up, take a picture with you, talk about some FIFA, or whatever's on your mind. We can discuss it. So what are the restrictions? Number one, you are not able to have any icons included into your squad, whether it's off the bench, in the starting 11, on the reserves. Forget about icons. Number two, you must include 2 players from your MLS club that you represent. So in my case, it would be the New York Red Bulls. Number 3, you must also include a 3rd MLS player of your choosing. It can be on any squad, any player, you name it. Number 4, at all times, whether you're making substitutes or you're just going with your starting 11, you must have 2 players from whichever club you represent on the pitch, and then you also need to include your 3rd MLS player of your choosing. It has to be on the pitch. So if I were to substitute my MLS player, I have to replace him with an MLS player. If I was to substitute somebody that's part of the New York Red Bulls organization, I would also have to replace him with another player that represents the New York Red Bulls. Are you with me? I start in the 4-3-3. Now this is pre-pause. This is not where my players are going to be located on the pitch once the game gets underway, whether I am playing a 4-2-3-1, a 4-1-2-1-2, or a different formation. Now, I will say this about competitive FIFA from my experience in this year's installment. You can expect a lot of holding the ball, and you just have bad balance between some of the passing and some of the pressure play and a mix of random mechanics. And that's not an excuse. I just know that this game, which many of you at home agree with me, and that's why it has kind of deteriorated in terms of interest levels. It's not just because Fortnite got very popular or other games have came out. FIFA's gameplay just doesn't always seem as rewarding. That might be a little off topic, but the reason that you start in one formation, you switch to another, is because you want to keep as many players as possible on full chemistry. And I'm going to use 2 instant subs. We're not going to have Long and we're not going to have Benzema. Once the game gets underway, we're kicking the ball out of play. And we're going to bring on Ramos. We're also going to bring on Team of the Year Messi, who both receive 5 chemistry, which is not very good. And I'm not sure if everyone at home knows this, but if not, now you do. That's why I never enjoy substituting players, but I still felt it was the most effective way to build the squad and to get everybody that I wanted included in my squad building approach. And I'm very happy that BWP got an inform, because otherwise I'd have to start 2 silvers, because it's not a club that has variety in terms of players via EA Sports, where they're gifted and talented. We have a lot of young players that are developing or have developed, and unfortunately they haven't updated their stats, so it's just tons of silvers everywhere on the pitch, and that's a major disadvantage when you're going into tournaments. You're playing for money, you're starting to need every little intricate detail to go your way, and you're counting on getting some of those bounces. You want to get the bounces. The point is, thank you, Brad. That was a very clutch inform, and I have a feeling he's going to help a lot in this tournament. You can see what I switch into. Let me know what you would change if you had the power to make adjustments here. And I always listen to feedback and suggestions and comments, but I've gone into the 4-2-3-1 as a hypothetical to a certain degree, because maybe I won't enjoy playing this formation as much as I have online. But we've got Bradley and we've got Alessandrini both up top as center attacking mids, and then we've got our middle structure with Ronaldo, with Messi, Team of the Year Conte, Pogba. I gotta have Ramos show up. He's one of those players that scares me a little bit, because I know that he's not on the same page with everyone. As good as he is as an individual in FIFA, Ramos, whether it's a Team of the Year edition or even a standard card, you can't necessarily count on him for positioning. He's known to roam, and at times it's in your best interest to definitely play aggressive. And I have him on the same side at the moment with Kamar. And anytime you have a silver player on your back line, I don't care what his stats look like, you're also going to lack some of the positioning. You're going to lose some of those 50-50s. And then on the other side, we've gone with BOYZZ and Valencia, very standard. Pogba and Kante, just so you have a mix between defending, attacking, big, small. I think it's very important to have balance. And then going forward, we do have a lot of pace, a lot of players that can finish. I wish we had more size. Obviously, Ronaldo, very athletic. He can do everything on the pitch, but Bradley, Alessandrini, and Messi are all a little bit on the smaller side, so they're not going to be the best for set pieces or crosses, or even getting that BS factor in terms of anything with aerial pursuit. Quickly, what's going on the bench? We have Neymar, who is actually a concept player in this video just because I don't have him in my club, but that's the Neymar that I will be using. And that's if I wanted to sub out the Messi or the Ronaldo, Kante, Pogba, somebody that is a standard player. And when I say standard, I mean a player that's not required based on club restrictions or based on MLS restrictions. I've also got Savic on the bench in case I want to go for more of a defensive approach. And then you see multiple options in the MLS, whether we're going with Kaka, Schweinsteiger, Martinez. Kaka gives you a lot of central presence, and he has that ability to, of course, create. Not the fastest guy if you're going to play him out wide or on the wing. Schweinsteiger would be your defensive MLS player that you could bring on, and Martinez is going to be your speed demon. That would be your winger, or maybe even a secondary striker if you just need someone to hit you with some 1-2s and can break into space. But remember, I only have one sub after the game gets underway. I salute you. eMLS this week, Boston, PAX East, April 5th through the 8th. And if you want to see more detail about each and every club and players that are taking part in this event, drop a thumbs up. Let me know. Until next time, peace.